Good morning, everybody. It is the day to rotate everything that's in my tumblers right now. It's my favorite time of the week and I look forward to it every time. I'm Shannon and welcome to the Reiki Gem Wellness channel. This is another episode of Rock Tumbling Weekly. And sorry if I'm squinting, but it's super bright out here. And here you'll see my work outfit, my rock tumbling cleaning outfit. It's Texas. It's currently 85 degrees with 90% humidity, and about half of this work I have to do outside. So it's work. It's work. I need to be prepared to sweat, essentially. Anyway, so let's get started. Let me show you what's in my barrels. This is my outdoor sink that I use to clean rocks in, and it's a really simple one, DIY. I'll have to give it a good cleaning before I start my process. And this isn't connected to like real underground plumbing, so I don't damage any pipes by dumping or rinsing grit into it. I just replace the pool hose that I have directing the drain off water to just a drainage area. I have a little nature friend to help me today. Okay, you want to see something super pretty? Woo! Okay, maybe that grit story isn't, but look at that color. So nice. Okay, here we have the Carnelian that we saw a lot rougher last week. I threw in a few pieces of quartz because they needed to get rid of some bigger flaws there. But yeah, this is getting a lot smoother, but it still has there's still some of that exterior shell that needs to be worked off. So this will go back in course again. And I've found that Carnelian tends to take a long time in course. My last batch took about a month, at least 4 or 5 weeks. Ooh, wow, look at that one. That is gorgeous. Look at that orange. So nice. Yeah, this is, there's another piece. It's not quite as, the deep orange that Carnelian is associated with, but this will still be really gorgeous when we get all of this ground down. See, look at that. The light isn't showing that really nicely, but there's this really nice piece of druzy in the middle. Back into the course round for us. So this is a piece of that black tourmaline and quartz, and I just picked one piece out of the barrel because it's in with polish, and you can see a polish starting to happen, but it's going to need some more time. There can be a misconception that the polishing stage is really quick. Like 1 week and it's polished, it's done. But it could take 2 to 3 weeks, depending on the stone. And I'll check in on this in another week. This is a piece of the golden topaz. It's been in polish for 1 week, and you can see it's
It's got some shine on it, but I think it could be shinier for sure. And you know, there's still bits of polish on it that I didn't get off because I just pulled this right out of the barrel, gave it a little tiny rinse in water and dried it off. But you know, you can see the polish on my fingers. There's still some polish on it, but this is looking really nice. I think just one more week and these will be complete. See you next week, Topaz. This is the Bloodstone. It's been in course for 1 week, and it hasn't, while it has smoothed down some of the edges, like some of them seem pretty untouched, but this kind of has a different texture than some of the others. So honestly, I think that my barrel is a little over full. What I'm going to do is pick out some of these pieces that look similar and that same kind of texture and put them aside for another run. And then I'll keep most of this, you know, dark green and red. This is going to take a long time to grind down. Hey, but patience, that's what rock tumblers have, right? Patience. Yeah, see this kind of softer, rougher texture there? See, this part is really smooth. The part's pretty rough, sandy. So let me take some time, cull through these, and try to get a little less in this barrel. And it's going to go back into the coarse stage. Ooh, look at that. Ooh. Look at that green and red. Stunning. And just a side note on the Bloodstone, you know, even though all of this came in a package labeled Bloodstone, like some of this really looks a lot more like moss agate than it does Bloodstone. So yeah, I'm gonna pick out all of the pieces that look like moss agate, examine them further, figure out if they definitely are, and then tumble that by itself. Because I have some moss agate rough, I can just throw this in with it. I'm taking this much out of the barrel because, well, that doesn't deserve something different. This all looks like moss agate to me. And this is a lesson that sometimes it's hard to tell what the stones really look like until they've had a week or so to go through the coarse stage, get some of that initial like dirt and debris off of it so that you can really see what's inside. And let's get it there. This I'll save for later. All right, this is our Labradorite, and it just finished the pre-polish stage, which is 500 grit. And it's looking, oh wow, it's looking so good. Now, I'll tell you what the process is for this when they're ready for polish, especially this Labradorite that, you know, I told you before had some divots still left in them. I drained it from its slurry. I rinsed everything, the Labradorite and the plastic pellets, I separated out all the labradorite into another strainer, and then I took a toothbrush and some dish soap, and I toothbrush scrubbed every single one of these. Every single one. Then I rinsed them in a strainer again, and now this is a fresh, clean bath of water. So these are ready for polish. Now there's another YouTuber who uses the toothbrush. I got the idea from him. I think his channel is called Northern Exposure, and he's got a lot of great rock tumbling videos. I'll link to his channel in the description below. Wow. So happy. Okay. Here is my nemesis, the purple aventurine. This, as I talked about in the last video, previously had been in a polishing barrel, you know, for 3 weeks and just really hadn't been taking a shine. So sometimes we need to go back to a previous stage, make some changes, and see if it works. And I did. Last week I took these back to pre-polish, 500 grit, and used really small ceramic media instead of plastic pellets. And these are looking really, really nice. These are ready for the polish stage. And you know, I use the toothbrush method for this as well. So rinse, clean water, toothbrush with this dish soap, rinse again, and clean water. However, I only have one polishing barrel open, and labradorite is going to go in that today. So this will just sit in the queue until one of the other polishing barrels opens up. Okay, this is the Rhodonite for the tumbling contest. I'm really excited about how this looks. I mean, this is 1 week in course. Now this is a softer stone, I think Mohs 5.5, and some of this is ready for the medium stage. Some of this, like this one, yeah, that, oh, sorry, not in the view. This one is not ready, but yeah, this one I don't think this one will not go to the contest because there's really no reason or no way to get that off without just chipping it off, which I might do later. But yeah, like this has some crevices. So I have 2 options. I could pick out all the ones that are ready for stage 2, set them aside, and run a few more of these in course. But yeah, I'll have some decisions to make. So next week you'll find out what I've decided, but I'm really happy with how this is turning out. Really happy. It's been like 2 hours and starting to get a little winded, but we're getting close to the end, I think. This is the last barrel I had going. This is a barrel of stones that went through a significant portion of a cycle, either through pre-polish or even through polish. And when they were done, I just didn't like how they turned out. So I guess the The lesson for this episode is, if you're new to this hobby and things aren't turning out the way you expect right away, that's okay. Be patient. This is, I love this. This is a hobby that has a learning curve. And it's okay if things don't turn out how you like, to take them back, try something new, and see if you get the results. If you're stumped, go to Rock Tumbling Hobby Forum. You can Google that and find it, and you can ask for advice there. But, you know, this is just an example of, I took all of these stones back to a previous stage. They weren't where I wanted them to be. In fact, this one isn't as well. It's got some, still, that pains me. I took the purple aventurine back to try something new. I took these back to get them in better shape. That's okay. That is okay, and it's normal in this hobby. And, you know, I am pretty pleased with how these are going, and I think these are gonna move on to pre-polish. With some exceptions. I'm gonna look through all of them and maybe pull out some, like this one, that just needs a little bit more. So yeah, these will go into pre-polish. All right. Now we're down to the extra exciting part of the week, when you process everything and realize you have some free barrels. You get to start something new. And I kind of have a mental list going on what I want to do next. And, sorry, I'm getting tired. I'll be starting with hematite today. I have these nice, lovely bags of raw hematite. I've been wanting to polish them up for quite a long time, and it is the right time to do it. I have about 4.5 pounds of this, and we'll see how much that fills up the barrel. But yeah, you can see there's a lot of kind of dirt and dust on here that will probably turn the slurry orange this week, but here we go. Some brand new rough hematite into the barrel. In this barrel, I will be starting a stone that I really adore, and it's called Kambaba Jasper, or Crocodile Jasper. It's green with these kind of black loops, or like eyes in them. I love this stone. It's getting more popular these days. So I have about 6 pounds of this, and that will be more than enough. I'll probably only use about 4 pounds. I'm really excited. Yeah. Now, of course, this is going to look vastly different next week, when some of this dirt and the rough edges have been ground off and we can really see what's under here. I'm really excited. And that's it for today. It's coming up on 3 hours now, and you may wonder what takes up the 3 hours. You know, there's 9 barrels. I clean, rinse, prep all the barrels, Reiki all the barrels, maybe fill new barrels, and then I write all of my logs And I showed you some of my log sheets last week. And this is another one that I keep week to week. Like this is last week. Just so I know at a glance what's in every barrel and what stage it's at. Writing in the logs and keeping this up to date and filled out before you even leave your space is pretty vital, because if you forget what you've done, then you might not know where to proceed next or not know where to judge your stone. So you know, make sure that you're keeping a record. As soon as you put that barrel back on the tumbler, write down what you did. And also, don't forget to clean up. That's what I'm going to do right now. Before I leave, I'm going to clean everything up, make sure that nothing, no grits contaminate. I have no grit or anything left on the counter to contaminate anything. Cleanliness is important in this hobby.
Ooh, well, thanks for hanging in there with me. It's about 89 degrees right now and still over 90% humidity, and it's good. I look forward to this part of the week all week long, but it's some work for sure, for sure. So if you have any questions at all about my process, about what I did this week, about any segment of it, please leave the comments in the comment section below, and I'll address any questions that you have. If you're into rock tumbling and you really want to learn more or just see someone else's process, then make sure to subscribe and you'll see what I'm doing every single week. So have a great week, guys.